Hey viewers, welcome to African Tales by Afi. Please kindly click the subscribe button to get notified for more amazing stories. Lena was a young woman with a bright smile and a humble heart. Every morning, she wore her sky blue uniform, tied her hair in a bun, and swept the grand halls of Golden Tower, the tallest building in the city. She wasn't rich, but she was proud of her work. She cleaned with care, humming cheerful songs even when no one noticed her. One rainy afternoon, as Lena mopped the shiny marble floor in the lobby, she spotted something lying near the elevator. It was a wallet. She picked it up carefully. It was thick and made of black leather with gold edges. Inside, she saw bundles of cash, several shiny cards, and a name, Tariq Malik. Lena gasped. Tariq Malik? Isn't he the owner of Golden Tower? She had never seen him in person, only in newspapers or on TV. They called him the young genius billionaire. People whispered stories about him, how he built his company from nothing and now helped invent amazing things. Her hands trembled a little as she closed the wallet. Just then, Mr. Benson, the grumpy security guard, noticed her. "Hey, Lena! What's that you've got?" "I found a wallet," she said, holding it up. "Must belong to someone rich," he chuckled. "You'd be lucky if no one came for it." Lena frowned. "I'm taking it to the lost and found. Maybe Mr. Malik will come for it himself." Mr. Benson rolled his eyes. "Suit yourself." Lena walked to the manager's office and placed the wallet on the desk. "I found this in the lobby. It belongs to Mr. Tariq Malik," she said. The manager looked surprised. "Thank you, Lena. I'll call his assistant right away." The next morning, as Lena was dusting the mailboxes, someone called her name. "Excuse me, are you Lena?" She turned and saw a tall man in a dark green coat, with kind eyes and neatly combed hair. "Yes. I am," she said. He held out his hand. "I'm Tariq Malik." Lena's eyes widened. "You're the one whose wallet I found." He smiled warmly. "Yes, and I came here myself to thank you." "Oh, I just did what anyone should do," she said quickly, wiping her hands on her apron. "No," he said. "Most people wouldn't have returned it. There was a lot of money inside. You could have kept it." Lena shook her head. "My mama always taught me that honesty is more valuable than gold." Tariq smiled. "Your mama taught you well. I'd like to buy you lunch as a thank you." Lena blinked. "Lunch? With you?" "Yes. Let's go somewhere simple. You choose." They ended up at Lena's favorite noodle shop, a small place near the bus station. They sat by the window as rain trickled down the glass. "So, Lena," Tariq asked between bites of spicy noodles, "what are your dreams?" She laughed nervously. "Dreams? I don't know. I never really thought about that. But everyone has dreams." "Well," she said slowly, "I've always liked fixing things. I even helped fix the broken washing machine in our building. And I like computers. But I've never had the time or money to learn more." Tariq looked at her thoughtfully. "Have you ever considered learning coding?" Lena blinked. "Like programming computers?" "Yes. You could build apps, create websites, maybe even start your own company one day." She laughed. "Me? A cleaner learning to code?" "Why not?" he asked. "You're honest, smart, and curious. That's more important than anything else." She looked out the window, watching raindrops race down the glass. "What if I fail?" Tariq smiled gently. "Then you try again. And I'll help you." Lena looked back at him. "You'd help me?" He nodded. "You helped me by being honest." I want to help you reach your dreams. She smiled slowly, her heart warming like the sun breaking through rain clouds. Okay, she said. Let's do it. And so began an unexpected friendship between Lena, the cleaner with a kind heart, and Tarek, the billionaire who believed in second chances. What started as a lost wallet would soon become the start of something much bigger than either of them could imagine. The very next day, Tarek kept his promise. He sent a car, not too fancy, but clean and comfortable, to pick up Lena from her neighborhood. As Lena stepped inside, wearing her best sweater and holding her little notepad, her neighbors watched in wonder. "Is that the girl who cleans Golden Tower?" someone whispered. "She's riding in a fancy car now." Lena blushed and waved at them shyly. The car drove through the city until it reached a quiet, glassy building surrounded by trees. A sign read, "Sparktech Learning Center." When she entered, everything felt new. Bright lights, colorful posters, rows of computers, and people tapping away on keyboards. "This place smells like adventure," Lena whispered. Tarek was already there, waiting for her. "Welcome to Sparktech," he said with a smile. "This is where you'll learn coding." "But I don't even know how to type fast," Lena said, wringing her fingers. "That's okay. We start from the beginning," he said gently. "You'll have a personal teacher, Ms. Zara. She's kind, patient, and very clever." Just then, a young woman with glasses and a big smile walked in. "Hi, Lena. I'm Zara. Ready to build some magic with your fingers?" Lena giggled. "I guess so." For weeks, Lena came every afternoon after work. At first, she struggled. "Ugh," she groaned one evening, staring at a blinking screen. "This code makes no sense. Why does a computer need all these strange symbols?" Zara chuckled. "Because computers speak a different language. And you're learning it now." "But what if I never understand it?" Zara smiled. "You already do more than you think. Remember yesterday? You made a button that turned the screen pink." Lena brightened. "Oh yeah, that was fun." She kept trying. Some days were harder than others. She made mistakes. She cried once or twice. But she never gave up. Tarek often checked in on her progress. One afternoon, he brought sandwiches and sat beside her. "How's my favorite coder doing?" he asked. "I'm still your only coder," she teased. "Well, that makes you the best and the only." She laughed, then grew serious. "Tarek, why are you helping me?" "I'm just a cleaner." "No, you're not," he said firmly. "You're a fighter. You returned my wallet when you didn't have to. That told me everything about who you are. But your world is so different from mine." He nodded. "That's true. But sometimes, different worlds need each other. I learn from you, too." She looked at him curiously. "What could I teach you?" He smiled. "How to slow down. How to be humble. How to listen." One evening, Lena walked into Sparktech, grinning from ear to ear. "Tarek! Zara," she called out. "Come look." She opened her laptop and clicked a few buttons. A colorful screen popped up, showing small shops on one side and happy customers on the other. "I built this." It's a website where small vendors can sell their products, like fruits, clothes, and crafts. And buyers can find them easily. Zara clapped. "Lena, this is amazing." Tarek's eyes lit up. "You built this yourself?" "With a little help from Zara. But yes. I call it Little Basket. Because every small seller has something big to offer." Tarek leaned forward. "You've just created something powerful." This could really help people. You really think so? I know so. With some polish and planning, this could grow into a real business. Lena blinked. A business? Me? Yes, Tarek said, grinning. And I want to help you launch it. But not everyone was happy. A few days later, as Lena entered the SparkTech building, a tall woman in high heels stopped her. You must be Lena, she said, with a voice like cold tea. Yes, can I help you? I'm Layla. I work with Tarek. And let me give you a little advice, she said, stepping closer. People like you don't belong in this world. Don't think just because you're his project that you matter. Lena's face flushed. I'm not a project. I'm building something real. Layla smirked. Let's see how long that lasts. Lena didn't tell Tarek about Layla. She didn't want to cause trouble. But doubt crept in. Was she really meant for this world? That night, as she lay in bed, she looked at her hands. These hands used to clean floors. Now they write code. But, do they truly belong in this world? She heard her mother's voice in her heart, honesty and hard work make you worthy anywhere. She sat up and whispered to the stars outside her window. I won't quit. Not now. Not ever. 2 months later, Lena stood at the front of a small stage inside SparkTech's bright, flower-decorated hall. The room was filled with reporters, small business owners, and curious investors. This was the official launch of Little Basket, Lena's online platform connecting neighborhood sellers with buyers across the city. Lena's heart thudded like a drum. Tarek stepped beside her and whispered, You've got this. She took a deep breath and stepped up to the microphone. Good afternoon. My name is Lena, she began, her voice trembling a little. I used to clean the floors of Golden Tower. But today, I stand here not as a cleaner, but as a creator. The room went still. I built Little Basket to help the invisible become visible. The auntie who sells vegetables on the corner. The boy who sews slippers from old tires. The grandma who makes honey soaps in her tiny kitchen. They all have stories. And now, a way to share them. There was a pause, then a round of applause that grew louder and louder. Tarek beamed with pride. But not everyone clapped. In the back of the room, Layla crossed her arms and whispered to the man beside her, Let's see how long this little fairy tale lasts. After the launch, Lena's days became busier. She met with vendors, helped them upload their photos and stories, and even visited markets to teach sellers how to use the app. One afternoon, she and Tarek visited a woman named Mama Tessa who made handmade baskets. You're the girl who made that fancy website? Mama Tessa asked. Lena nodded. I can't even use a smartphone properly. That's okay, Lena smiled. I'll help you step by step. We can take a picture of your baskets, and I'll show you how to list them. As they worked together, Mama Tessa looked at her and said, People like you make the world a little kinder. Lena's eyes sparkled. I'm just trying to help. But the more Little Basket grew, the more attention Lena received, and the more whispers followed her. One evening, after a long day of work, Lena saw her picture on a blog headline. Billionaire's cleaner turned coder, is Lena really the brains behind Little Basket? Her heart sank as she read comments like, Probably just a face for Tarek's project. No cleaner could learn coding this fast. There's no way she built this herself. She closed the screen and blinked away tears. The next day, she walked into Tarek's office, holding her phone. Have you seen this? She asked softly. He looked up, nodded, and stood. Yes. And it's nonsense. But everyone's saying I didn't build it. That I'm just pretending. Lena, he said firmly, you worked hard every single day. You built this with your own hands. Don't let a bunch of bitter strangers take that away from you. But it hurts, she whispered. It's like no matter how much I do, I'll never be good enough. Tarek stepped closer. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. The people you've helped, the vendors, the shoppers, the kids who now believe they can dream bigger, they know the truth. Lena looked down. I just want to be seen for who I really am. Tarek gently lifted her chin. I see you. And you are more than enough. The next morning, Lena held a surprise press meeting. Standing in front of cameras, she held up her laptop and clicked through slides, showing screenshots of the early code she had written, the notes she had taken, the emails she had sent to help vendors. This is me. This is my work. And yes, I'm proud of it. I may not have come from fancy schools or rich families, but I came with a willing heart and a strong mind. That is more powerful than any doubt thrown my way. When she finished, a reporter raised her hand. Lena, what would you tell other girls who feel like they don't belong in tech? She smiled. I'd say, belong anyway. Take up space. Ask questions. Make mistakes. And never, ever give up. Back at Spark Tech, Tarek watched the press video with a proud smile. She's stronger than most people I know, he said. Layla sat nearby, pretending to type. She glanced over and said with a sweet smile, You really believe in her, don't you? Tarek looked up. Yes. Because she believes in people. And that's what makes her powerful. Layla's smile faded. Later that evening, Lena found a handwritten note waiting for her at her desk. Meet me on the rooftop. T. Curious, she climbed the stairs. When she pushed open the door, she found the rooftop decorated with fairy lights, a small table with 2 chairs, and a bouquet of yellow daisies, her favorite. Tarek stood there, holding a small velvet box. Tarek, she breathed. I was going to wait, he said. But I realized, there's never a perfect time to ask the perfect person. He knelt on one knee and opened the box. Inside was a simple gold ring with a tiny basket charm. Lena, he said, his voice warm and full of emotion, you returned my wallet, but gave me something far more valuable, your honesty, your spirit, your heart. Will you be my partner in business, and in life? Lena covered her mouth as tears welled up. Yes, she whispered. Yes. After the magical rooftop proposal, everything felt like a dream come true for Lena. But unlike a story that ends at happily ever after, their real journey was just beginning. Lena and Tarek didn't have a fancy wedding right away. Instead, they decided to focus on growing Little Basket and helping even more small vendors. Let's build something that lasts, Lena said one morning as they walked through a busy market. Something real, Tarek agreed, picking up a handmade toy from a smiling boy's stall. Together, they set out on a new mission to bring forgotten talents into the spotlight. Every week, they traveled to different parts of the city, meeting local sellers. There was Amina, who made colorful headscarves. Peter, who carved wooden toys. Grandma Beezy, who cooked spicy peanut stew in her backyard. One day, as Lena helped a shy teenage girl list her bead necklaces online, the girl whispered, I didn't think someone like me could matter. Lena smiled and gently held the girl's hands. I used to feel that way too. But someone believed in me. And now, I believe in you. But not all was smooth sailing. As Little Basket grew, bigger companies tried to copy the idea. One even released a similar app, promising vendors more money. Tarek looked at the news and sighed. They're trying to push us out. Lena frowned. Then we won't compete with money. We'll compete with heart. How? He asked. We'll show people we care. Really care. Let's visit every vendor in person. Let's listen to their stories. Let's help them, not just sell for them. And that's what they did. Lena and Tarek spent days under the sun, chatting with fruit sellers, helping with packaging, and showing vendors how to take bright, cheerful photos for their products. Customers noticed. They loved reading real stories behind every item. Orders doubled. Then tripled. And soon, Little Basket became a household name. One afternoon, during a celebration at Spark Tech, reporters gathered once again to interview Lena and Tarek. A young boy raised his hand. "Miss Lena, what's your favorite thing about being the boss now?" Lena laughed. "The best part? I get to lift others. Just like someone once lifted me." Another girl asked, "What if I want to build something too? But I don't know where to start." Lena leaned closer. "Start with curiosity. Let it lead you. Ask questions. Don't be afraid of not knowing. And always be kind. Kindness is stronger than fear." As applause rang out, Tarek whispered in her ear, "You're becoming a hero to them." She whispered back, "Not a hero. Just someone who didn't give up." The following week, they held a small wedding under the old mango tree near Lena's childhood home. It wasn't fancy, just friends, family, candles, and food cooked by the people Lena had helped. Mama Tessa made baskets for the guests. Grandma Beezy prepared the feast. Even Layla came, standing quietly in the back, watching Lena with a look of something like respect. When Lena walked down the path in a dress sewn by local hands, people gasped. "She looks like a princess," someone whispered. But Lena didn't feel like a princess. She felt like Lena, the cleaner who returned a wallet, asked questions, faced doubts, kept learning, and chose love. When she reached Tarek, he smiled and took her hand. "Ready to build the next chapter?" he asked. "With you?" she grinned. "Always." Years later, children would learn about the woman who turned honesty into opportunity. Schools taught her story in kindness lessons. Little Basket became more than an app, it became a bridge between rich and poor, between dreams and reality. And when people asked how it all started, Lena would tell them. It started with a wallet. But more importantly, it started with a choice. I chose to do the right thing. And every good thing that followed came from that one choice. And the world, somehow, became a little better, one honest act, one kind word, and one little basket at a time. Hello tribe, hope we enjoyed today's story. Please kindly put what you've learned in the comments section. Please remember to hit the like button, share this to your friends and family as well as subscribe to see you on the next one. Bye.